We had the lowest birth rate in the US since 1979. So what are we talking here? 46 years. So 46 years, lowest birth rate. It was down to 3.59. It was just under 3.6 million births. Now, that sounds like a lot of babies. But when you think about the fact the US population, the stated population is 360 million or something like that, or 340 million, somewhere in that range, you're talking about 1%, which is not a very large part of the population. If you actually look at global birth rates, population decline is something a lot of leaders are freaking out about a little bit. Well, not a little bit. There are some that are freaking out majorly. And by 2100 or something, it's going to be an issue. One of the other things that really stood out that I thought was interesting is the age to have a child is the oldest it's ever been, which is it's almost 28 years old. So even the people who are having babies, they're having them much later in life. So not only are you seeing less babies that came into the world, but you also got to think because that age is pushing up, you can't have babies forever. So the later you have babies, the less likely you're to have multiple babies because you just don't have as much time. And you don't often think about this stuff, but this starts to have multi-generational implications because if generations now are not having kids or having them much later and it keeps declining, this problem just compounds and you don't notice it until there's nothing you can do about it.